Alright, how we doing, folks? It's your boy Marcos on Marcos 18205 production. How about a little Assassin's Creed 4? Assassin's Creed 4? Yeah, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. The flag that is Negro, that is African American. Well, I'm not gonna say African American, but it's dark in its nature, the flag. On the Xbox One, how about that, man? A little Xbox One footage for you too. We kill 1,000 birds in one stone here. I told you it's gonna be my first next-gen game, quote unquote, because obviously it's just a port from the current gen game. But nonetheless, it's next-gen enough. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. It looks gorgeous on 360. It looks just a little bit better on the Xbox One. It's not anything crazy noticeable, at least to me, to my perception. But boy, is it good. And this is one of the first missions. It's like right after the beginning of the game. I'm gonna shut up here. We're going to a cutscene real quick.
Senor Duncan Walpole, I accept your most generous offer and await your arrival with eagerness. If you truly possess the information we desire, we have the means to reward you handsomely. Though I will not know your face by sight, I believe I can recognize the costume made infamous by your secret order. Therefore, come to Havana in haste, and trust that you shall be welcomed as a brother. Su más humilde servidor, el gobernador Laureano Torres y Ayala.
Mr. Walpole, let's collect your reward.
So I'm talking about right there. I mean, just the simplest of things. I mean, the smoothest of that transition right there. It's just what makes Assassin's Creed that next level shit. You know, it starts reading the letter, then he shows you how, he hides the guy, takes his clothes, whatnot. It seems like little things and how the letter keeps reading through other things, but that's what elevates this game to whole new standards right here. And over here I'm looking for this treasure chest. I'm like, where's the treasure chest at? This is right early on in the game. I mean, you start the game on a ship, and this is like the next mission, like right afterwards. I'm not going to tell you what happens. Well, I'll tell you, this is a spoiler full. There we go, viewpoint, baby. Very nice, very natural viewpoint, part of the environment. It looks sick. It looks awesome. It might not be the highest viewpoint of your life, but look at that. Look at that water over there. Oh, my God. And the colors, it's so good to see colors on my screen. Oh, it's beautiful. Some of the things that I've already picked up on Assassin's Creed 4 that distinguishes it and elevates it. One thing right off the bat, just from an acoustic standpoint, soundtracks are awesome. The shanties that you can pick up, and then the guys sing, you can like pick what they sing over there on the boat. Awesome. I mean, it's a collectible that turns into a song. Wonderful. You kind of chase it down like we used to chase down the I think it was like the Benjamin Franklin things in the last game, and like the Codex page that fly through the air and whatnot. You pick that out over there. The stealth. This is something that I was very happy about. It kind of just happened by accident, kind of like how I just walked through that brush over there. And these guys are basically talking how like they raided a ship and they took all his sugarcane and hold him in prison and whatnot. Everything seems so natural here, stealth-wise. Whereas and there is these parts throughout when you go to like Havana or something like that, we'll still see your classic haystacks and whatnot. I mean, it makes sense to be there, but when you look at other Assassin's Creed games, it was kind of like, this is all put in here, yeah, But the flora, the fauna over here, and sorry for the instructions, is literally like one of the first missions in the game. The flora and the fauna, everything could be used in such a stealthy manner, and they give you this whistle technique, which I love, love, love. It really reminds me of Sam Fisher. It reminds me of my Tom Clancy days. It reminds me of my not Ghost Recon, but Splinter Cell. What I was looking forward to that Pandora Tomorrow game that I think I've never beaten actually. It's a quick story on Pandora Tomorrow. I really like the game. It's awesome. But I got to like the second to last stage, and on the GameCube version, there was like some crazy glitch that like I couldn't go through the door that I had to go through to like pass the level. And I just never did it again, because every time I'd start the game up, it'd give me that same glitch. And I was like, man, I gotta restart the whole game just to beat this? Come on now. So the way that they use the flora and the fauna in this is awesome, and I think that's one thing that that Assassin's Creed really is good at, and this game specifically is really good at, is adapting to its time period and adapting to what was in that time period that we could use. Obviously, they know you want to have some sort of stealth gameplay, but how could we make this stealthy yet seem completely natural to the time period we're in? Well, boom, we got a ton of fauna. Let's can't we walk through the fauna? awesome, great. I mean, look at it provides color, provided you're doing cover. I mean, you could do this in any other game. You could do this in the new Splinter Cell game. You go and duck behind like barracks and stuff. Whereas that feels kind of a little bit more placed in on purpose. This feels natural. It feels like, yeah, this could happen. Like, this is something that you could see over here. The game is quick to jump you into the action. When it comes to Assassin's Creed 3, I mean, everyone harped on. I didn't mind it too much, even though I did recognize that, you know, those first like couple sequences almost were like, yo, when's the game started? This game, you're put right into the action real quick. I think maybe for somebody who's new to the series, might be a little bit too quick, but for me, who I was like pretty experienced, and even though I haven't rode a ship in a while, I still figured it out pretty quickly. Very satisfied with that over there. And let's free my man over here, see what he's got to say.
By God's grace, sir, you saved me. A profusion of thanks.
Is that yours?
It is my vessel, yes. But here lies its poor captain, and I have no art for sailing.
I can pilot her myself, no mind.
You don't mean to abscond with my ship, do you?
I'm Duncan. What's your name, friend?
Steed Bonnet.
Well, Mr. Bonnet, let this stay twixt us. But I'm on a secret errand for His Majesty the King, God save him, and I must get to Havana with speed.
Ah, that is a relief, sir. Havana is also my destination. Our ways lie together.
Natural allies, then.
Ah, you put me at ease, sir. To think I took you for a pirate when you first appeared.
Did you?
Yes. You have uncommon way of handling yourself. Quick and easy, if I may say. Gave me quite a fright. But all things considered, I think it's turned out to be a rather fortuitous day, hasn't it?
This captain just died. This guy's out of his rocker. I love this guy. He is hilarious. He's by far the funniest character I've met so far in the game. And that's one thing that I heard in all the reviews for Assassin's Creed 4 is that it doesn't take itself overly serious, whereas just look at the water. It's beautiful. Whereas other Assassin's Creed 3 took itself really serious. And part of it's a storyline. I mean, you were telling the storyline of, oh man, I can't remember the guys of Connor. I was going to call him Yahweh, but not Yahweh, just everything he says. It's part of that storyline, and, you know, obviously that's a little more serious than Kenway, who just happens to be a pirate, and all the good stuff that goes on right here with his life as we board this ship right here. Straight gangster, bro. Just going to roll up in here. Let me take this wheel real quick, though. Let me take this bad boy for a spin. The sailing mechanics, wonderful. Wonderful. I've never sailed a ship like this in any other game before. It's truly impressive. When I first heard of Black Flag, and that's the reason why I didn't buy it when it came out on the 360, that's why I went with Batman, because I knew what Batman was going to be. Batman was going to be Batman. It was a prequel or whatever, you know, compared to the other things, but it was going to be the same game mechanics, same thing, same place. It's Arkham. I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew it was going to be gorgeous. Assassin's Creed 4, I mean, obviously I knew they were kind of carry the Assassin's Creed elements, but I was like, you know what? To me, it sounded more like we're just going to use a lot of the sailing stuff from Assassin's Creed 3, and that's kind of it. And I was like, well, I don't really want a game where I'm just going to be sailing all over the place. Like, I don't, you know, for example, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, even though I like it and I think it's a really good game, one of the most monotonous parts about it is that sometimes you have to swim from like one edge of the map to the other, or sail from one edge to the map to the other, and you're there for like a couple years swimming. Not saying it's a bad game. I really like it. It's one of them. It's up there, probably my top 3 Zelda games. You know, I'm not even gonna say that. But I thoroughly enjoyed that game. I didn't think it deserved the criticism it got at the time. And, you know, everyone was just worried it's cell shaded Zelda. Oh, come on, man, grow up, bro. It looks amazing. And they released it now in HD, and it even looks better. But this isn't. Assassin's Creed is not like that at all. There's a large sailing part to it, but there's so many lands, there's so much exploration, and the sailing seems so fulfilled, and there's always people to rescue, and ships to sink, and ships to take over. I mean, there's so much going on in this game, and you could fast travel anyway if you don't want to be part of that. So, and the land, you know, the Havana and everything, it's a pretty big place, so it gives you that feeling of immensity that I feel I haven't felt in Assassin's Creed games since Assassin's Creed 2. When, you know, Assassin's Creed 2, when I mentioned when I was doing the Let's Play, you go from Florence to Venezia to you know, even Rome's like the last stage that you're in, even though you're not in there for too long. To whatever, to Milan. I don't even remember what the other side are. Florentino, whatever the hell the thing is. Check that out, man. My man, the whale, what's good? Well, that is like times 1,000 right here, and it really gives you that feel. It puts you in that era of exploration, in the era of pirates, in the era of the Caribbean. It's a great game.
You're a natural sailor, Duncan.
I did a decent trick at the helm some time ago. 2 years before the mast as a privateer.
Dash my buttons. Your life seems a grand one, if I may say. So full of adventure. How marvelous.
I've seen my share of
marvelous.
strangeness, aye.
Hope you guys enjoy this, man. Assassin's Creed 4. Expect more of you on Freestyle Friday. It's an amazing, amazing game. Have a great weekend. Hope you guys been enjoying what we brought this week to the table. I thought we had some good videos this week, yo. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. Some wild stuff. Deuces.